It's going to be a really busy few weeks because there are still lots of people I want to catch up with, lots of places I want to go before I leave. I'll be very sad to leave, and if I was offered another 4 years tomorrow, I'd say yes with no hesitation. Wow. How many words have I got? Only three. Exciting, energetic, and the last one will surprise you, it's warm. I'll miss the people. I've made some fantastic friends and colleagues while I've been here, Russian, British, other nationalities. That's what makes your time in a country. The political relationship has been very difficult, but despite that, I think we've achieved some really important things to actually build the sort of relationship we want with Russia. And the things that I will remember, I think, are creating links, strengthening links with universities, some amazing things that we did during the Year of Language and Literature. We had Ian McKellen on Cathedral Square and on Red Square. All the world's a stage. And of course, this year we created something very special for me, which is a joint British-Russian orchestra for the young professional musicians of the future. Oh, without question, the Salisbury crisis. But this isn't the place to go back over what happened or why we had to react in the way that we did. You know, the worst thing I think about that crisis was the impact on people. So having to say goodbye to a lot of friends, a lot of colleagues. Well, for a foreigner, getting to know this country is the work of a lifetime, and I've spent large parts of the last 10 years doing that. I think if I had one recommendation for someone coming to Russia from the start, it would be trying to understand what holds this enormous, diverse country together. A good place to start is do some really long train journeys. Personally, I think Russians and Brits have a huge amount in common. The obvious place to start is the sense of humour. I think we both have a pretty wicked sense of humour. I think we also have a healthy disregard for other people telling us what to do. I'd also add courage. I think Russians and Brits are immensely courageous people. Well, there have been lots. I've travelled a lot in Russia, not enough. But I think the trip I'll most remember and most want to repeat was going to Kamchatka last summer for encounters with bears and volcanoes. Honestly, you need more than a day. You need about 10 years, I would say. Apart from the usual tourist sites, my recommendation would be walk around the Boulevard Ring and just think about some of the giants of history and of literature and of the arts who have trod those same paving stones. Okay, it's a very tough recommendation, but start with Shakespeare. If you want to understand British culture, our contribution to world civilization, that's a good place to start. Music, start with some of the big 20th century composers, Benjamin Britten, Edward Elgar, Ralph Vaughan Williams. To understand Britain since 1945, my personal recommendation would be a book by Peter Hennessy, the historian. It's called Never Again, and it's about the sort of country that we wanted to build after 1945. My resolution is don't look back. I leave here with no regrets, but look forward. And one of the things I most look forward to is coming back to Russia as soon as possible.